My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire, the Heartbreaker Chronicles. We've got a Ascension 15 Heartbreaker win to try and collect here. Remove a card from the deck, obtain 100 gold. Yeah, how early is your first shot? Quite early, actually. Alright, taking 100 gold. Ooh. Definitely dual cast follow up with a strike, possibly. That was kind of the best case scenario. And now we're all prepared for finishing this off with only taking 2 damage. Considering they both attacked on turn 1 and then the extra attack on turn 2, that's pretty good. I could take Genetic Algorithm if I'm thinking I'm gonna thicken up the deck, and I honestly think I am. So really early Genetic Algorithm can actually be super powerful for us here. Zap and Dual Cast just both got upgraded. That is going to save us way more than the amount of HP we just lost. Defragment is now a heavily incentivized pick. I really want Master of Strategy as well, actually. But maybe it's Bronze Scales. And then take a bunch of Frost Orbs wherever they appear. Drawing 3 cards for free is just, it's so good, especially in a deck that already has 2 0-cost cards. Can you spot why? Yeah, it's going to be a hard no on those. Lose the max HP there. Pretty happily, in fact. I'm going to upgrade Defragment because it prepares us better for every fight except for the one that I forgot the name of. Gremlin Knob. Right. Enemies going to be waking up this turn. May as well wake them up myself then. So the ideal here is that the zaps deal basically all of my damage. That is not the zap, sorry. The lightning orbs basically deal all my damage over the course of this combat, and I just defend. We've lost what, like 7 HP in this combat so far? We're short on lethal. Just a little bit though. Data Disc! Start each combo with boss 1 focus. Alright! Alright! Alright, I'll do it. I will run that build. Thank you. Electrodynamics upgrade. I would usually rest there, but we have the regen potion, so... Frozen egg. Okay. What? I don't know why this is happening to me, but it is. Master of Strategy giving me the ability to play another zap this turn is going to rocket us forward to lethal. Consider that. Anchor, start each combo with 10 block. Sure. Skim Tempest. Well, Tempest has a place when we already have an Electrodynamics in the deck. It's kind of like an AoE finisher. I desperately want to do this, but... Art of War. If you don't play any attacks during your turn, gain an additional energy next turn. I'm resting in the next phase. I have to. We have such a ridiculous start here that to... It would be such a mistake to just possibly let it disappear. Pantograph at the start of boss combat heal for 25 HP. Ball lightning for extra zap. What we are going to need that we don't yet have is we are going to need some extra... No, I would have killed with the ball lightning there. That's my bad. We are going to need some defense. We just don't have that yet. Fruit juice. Cool-headed. Because of the amount of focus that we have in the deck, I think we take it. We already have the focus tier support it. Sure. But I'm going to upgrade it immediately. Get the max HP. Use liquid bronze in this battle. Or I could save it for the final combat. Oh, that's a long time to save it for. I'll be using it in this combat. Never mind. Yep, didn't play any attacks that turn, by the way, so the Art of War is already triggered. It's gonna Tempest as well. Didn't play any attacks that turn, so the Art of War is triggered again. I could play Ball of Lightning this turn, but there's... no, I should play Ball Lightning this turn. Ball Lightning. It's a bunch of damage, and I'm not going to get through this fight perfectly. Yeah, literally the immediate turn thereafter proves that I'm just not going to get through this fight perfect. That's okay, though. That's not the goal. We do need more defense in this deck. That's abundantly true. But we'll solve those problems when we can. That's insane. Seek. Machine learning pre-upgraded. We even got the Seek, by the way, which is... But the machine learning pre-upgraded. Draw an additional card every turn. How long are we going to be in combats for? Also, consider... This deck is already built to put Storm in. And all the Storms come pre-upgraded. So we would have innate powers, and then machine learning is just another innate power. The thing is, I desperately need extra energy right now. Taking machine learning, please don't give me badge. I have to take Cursed Key. So I'm going to have to basically stop opening chests. Because I can't take Velvet Choker. Because of the 0 costs, draw... 0 cost, draws an extra card per turn. We're definitely going to start stepping on our own toes. So I think it is the wrong decision here. I don't think it's necessarily always the wrong decision, and I think a lot of people get really salty about it where they really, really shouldn't. I do think that maybe it's a little bit restrictive of a design, but if it's the only boss relic that gives you energy and you need extra energy, hey, you're kind of between a rock and a hard place on that one. Taking the Cursed Key. Fusion Hammer after this boss would be really good, but I don't actually think I can get it after the second boss. Yeah. AoE Elite fights this floor aren't going to be a problem for us. Not really. Extra energy this turn, thanks to not doing much of anything last turn. Oh, it's so good. Another cool... Nope, Storm. Storm. Storm in that position. Storm. Storm, machine learning. Start working off your plated armor. Completely defend ourselves. Thank you, Anko, for giving me the ability to do that stuff on turn 1. This is... Oh, this is so good. Oh my god. Gambler's Brew. Equilibrium versus Turbo versus Streamline. Maybe it's Turbo. Extra energy. No, we have the extra energy. That's fine. That's right, it's not Turbo. Burn the Tempest out. It's not going to be extremely useful over the course of this combat. We do have to take 10 damage here, which I'm not exactly pleased about. I don't need to take 3 damage that turn. just to develop electrodynamics. There we go. Heat sinks. We don't need the extra card draw right now is the thing. Like, it would be okay, but unless we have Mummified Hand in particular, I don't think we take heat sinks. Cold Snap is actually a really good choice here, though. Value card picks up the defense. Take the gold there. Definitely don't want to lose HP when we've got 3 elite fights in a row coming up. I can hardly believe how this has started. Now, the thing is, we've got to remember, this deck has to become defensive as well, and it has to get thicker, right? Otherwise, we are... Amplify on the first shuffle is so good for us. Otherwise, we are at severe risk. Thank you. Exactly what I was looking for, by the way. Severe risk of not being able to defend ourselves against the heart and they're just dying. Managed to defend myself against almost all of that incoming damage. The genetic algorithm, because the enemy is literally already dead. I can just end the turn. Cool. Gotta remember, don't open the chest. Don't open the chest. Don't open the chest. Symbiotic Virus, started combat. Channel 1 Dark, sure, doesn't really do anything to us. Rainbow versus Sunder versus Consume. Rainbow is a very expensive Frost Orb for us. Consume versus Sunder. Do we take a Sunder? No. Just pads out our deck in between the cards that we desperately do want to be drawing. Master of Strategy and Amplify and Genetic Algorithm all really need an upgrade. I'm going to upgrade Amplify. If we get it in the opening turn, it just nukes. So this is why Genetic Algorithm isn't complete garbage in this deck. I can just leave it for later if I have enough defense. I have to try and generate as much defense as I possibly could that turn. Probably didn't need to do the dual cost there. That's my bad. $28 incoming. Okay. Ooh, fully protected this turn as well. Dynamics is still back in the deck. And that's lethal. Or a Calcum, if you went to a turn without block, gain 6 block. That's really good because it means if only the orbs are defending us, that's Frost Orbs. The Orichalcum gives us an extra 6. Emerald Key, as well as Reinforced Body versus Genetic Algorithm. At this point, we've taken Reinforced Body. Can't open the chest. Have to open a chest. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to pick up. Damn it. Sapphire Key. Riot is actually really, really, really bad for us. Thank you. That Glacier was huge. We needed the extra defense. And Amplify Electrodynamics Weapon. That combo, and the fact that we have 0 cost ridiculous draw, so we can set that up, Calibers, is why I can't take Static Discharge. It's either Leap or Charge Battery here. I think it's Charge Battery. Cool. That combo is why Amplify is so particularly powerful in this deck. That's why I looked at it for a millisecond and then went, we need that right now. That's also why upgrading Master of Strategy is a priority, and it's also why the Cool-Headed isn't necessarily... Like, Sure, it's not card positive by a bunch, but it's doing enough right here that I'm okay with it. White noise. Capacitor. Extremely capacitor and chill. Okay. Put a card in your opening hand. Master of Strategy. Bottled Lightning. Put the Master of Strategy in our opening hand. And remove the Writhe. So we just made our opening hand so much larger. Dude, it has to be Storm. As much as there are other good cards like Defragment, double Storm in the opening hand and getting a bunch of extra draw, it is going to get really insane really quickly. I am so excited for this. I can even literally play Chill in my opening hand just so that I can get an extra Frost Orb out. Master of Strategy. Cool. Yeah. Well, kind of whiffed on that draw. We'll see if this gives us extra draw. It does not. Although Auto Shields is actually going to be pretty good in this battle. See if this gives us extra draw. It does not, but it does give us a random power. Creative AI. Cool. Storm, Storm, Machine Learning, Creative AI, Zap. So Amplify is still in the deck. So is Electrodynamics. There's an Echo Form right there. If I play a Defend, I actually get less defense than if I just let Orichalcum trigger, so I'm going to strike the front line with the possibility that a Lightning hits them as well. Ow. We've now got Echo Form up, by the way, so that's pretty good. I'm going to double up on the white noise, and then let's amplify Electrodynamics. And then let's amplify Buffer, which now means that the next two attacks by the Collector just aren't going to do anything. Then use another Electrodynamics before a dual cast for lethal. Is this a speed run? Bias Cognition. So Bias Cognition. Can I take it? It'll help us like nuke enemies really, really, really quickly, but it will kill us on the heart fight. I have to take it. Extra orbs. Extra orb slots, 1000%. Can't take Snecko Eye, don't have enough high cost cards in the deck. Eternal Feather is a little bit of healing. Okay, totally. It actually has a position here, but extra orb slots is going to give us the ability to just generate a lot of block and a lot of offense at the same time. I'm so excited right now. Oh, my heart's beating so quickly. These cards are literally all innate right now. Master of Strategy is also innate because of the Bottled Lightning. So the reason that that's important is you can break the maximum hand size, not the maximum hand size limit, but the opening hand size. You can break it if you have more innate cards than the opening hand size. So if I pick up another innate card, like a Boot Sequence, it's just free block. Got him. Don't want any of those. Don't really fit the deck. Lose the gold. Any of these next spaces could be something, but... Preserved Insect. Enemies in elite fights have 25% less HP. Okay, that totally has a position. So I'm making sure to chill at the very end here because I need to set myself up with block for the next turn. Amplify Biased Cognition here. And then, you know, just dual cast. Throw out some extra damage. Just watch everything die. I'm going to take another Cold Snap because we're just not being offered the defensive options I really like. It's really good that I took that Relic before because Red Mask was now very cheap. At the start of each combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies. That makes it so much easier for us to just sit by and set up our stuff. And then we get 333 gold directly after that. So, you know, this is working out really well. Our opening hand never really seems to have Amplify or Electrodynamics in it, even after the draw, which is really frustrating. But, it happens from time to time, I guess. Cool. It's exactly how I wanted that to go down. Get both of those down. End up with a lot of block. Okay. It's 1000% bias cognition electrodynamics here. Bias cognition first, because double playing that is going to give us a ridiculous amount of block. As well as a ridiculous amount of potency. And then, you know what? Let's actually just let the rest of that take care of itself. Shuriken, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. Do I take a Cold Snap or Elite here? Actually, probably is a Cold Snap. White Noise needs to be upgraded so that we can always play it. Tempest for the same reason. Okay, that works. Oh, that's an opening turn. How much block can I get this turn? Because that's all that matters. Charge, defend, Cold Snap, Tempest, move forward, and... yeah, that's some block, but it's not the amount I needed. Don't you dare 45 me again. Oh, you suck. Thankfully, we have the genetic algorithm in this hand. By managing to evoke all of those orbs, we actually got a ridiculous amount of block that turn as well. It's also worth noting that if we can just generate a bunch of block from these Frost Orbs, the Calipers will keep us alive forever. That's why picking up Frost Orbs is so important to me right now. If I can pick up a way for Biased Cognition to not have a downside when I play it, it's going to be basically impossible to stop us. Can't open it. Chemical X. Right, do I have a disease in the deck? Disease? They're called curses. But I do, but I don't have one that I can remove. Chemical X, the effects of your X-Cost cards are increased by 2, is really good, and it re-incentivizes picking up other... hang on. Yeah, I'm going to duck off and have another shop later. It re-incentivizes picking up... Just going to recall here, just because I might buy something in the shop that I want to upgrade. Reinforced bodies. That's exactly what I wanted! Oh! Alright, I'm not going to take any of these. And the primary reason I'm not going to be taking any of these... I'm not going to take anything else because I'm really looking to purchase something from this shop next door to try and make up from what just happened to me. I'm not going to use Chill there. I just want to set myself up for Electrodynamics to basically insta-kill everything. Oh, also Tempest is benefiting from Chemical X as well. Another cool-headed, more than happy to. Barrage would be a significant amount of damage, but it doesn't... we don't need that, basically. If Barrage is dealing a significant amount of damage, this deck has already done its job, and we are already going to win. Great. Gotta make sure that I play the genetic algorithm just so that I can increment it. Come on, more defragments. Yep, just a straight up leap. More than happy to take that. I'll heal when I go into the boss fight anyway, so I don't need to do that manually. Second cool header needs to be upgraded. The extra card draw is really significant. Turns it from 1 cost Frost Orb with no card cost to being some real powerhouse. There we go. It's amplify the double storms. Every power we play now gives us 4 lightning, which gets pretty ridiculous pretty quickly. Cannot play Bias Cognition yet. Ow. Cool-headed, cool-headed. White noise for another storm. Hold snap. Zap and charge battery reinforced body. Thank you, Genetic Algorithm, for turning up this turn, by the way. Not too pleased with how late that defragment turned up for us, but never mind, it turned up with Amplify, which is really important. Our job now is to find our next Frost Orbs. Excellent. Saves extra block for next turn using that. And now we probably start rushing for lethal, so it's like Bias Cognition, Cold Snap, Cool-Headed, Zap, add in a Capacitor. If we completely abandon the identity of our deck in order to fight this enemy, we were just going to have a really bad deck trying to fight this enemy. So instead, we extremely lean in. All right, that's a sub-30 Ascension 15 win with significant disadvantages because we have to go and collect all of those as well on the Defect. I'm really proud of that. Now it's time to go and fight the heart. Sorry, I didn't misspeak there. You misspoke. I don't know what you're talking about. 139. We're not going to be able to pick up anything significant here, unfortunately. Well, not significant, but significant possibly. But, you know, not significant. Reinforced would be the best pickup we could get here. But we'll settle for cool. Dark Shackles, maybe? That's going to completely save us a bunch of damage on the multiple hit turn. Yep, and cool-headed. That's not what I wanted to play there, but I guess now that I'm doing that ordering... Thankfully, we have Pantograph to heal when we go into the boss fight, because, gosh, that sucked. Get to keep 23 block this turn, which is always nice. Excellent. Toxic Egg. Whenever you add a skill card to your deck, upgrade it. All right. Multicast. Yes. That'll give me the ability to generate a ridiculous amount of blocks suddenly out of nowhere. Especially because, again, it's affected by Chemical X. We use the Focus Potion because there's no reason not to. Like noise. Okay, Buffer is really good because next turn that's going to be really important. Okay, Storm, Storm. We need to play Buffer. We need to play Capacitor and Defragment, basically. And Chill's also really good there. So Buffer completely has us blocked next turn as long as we play a defensive card first. Ah, never mind. They decided to go for that attack, which is really garbage, but okay. Can't play Bias Ignition here. We will lose. Okay, no. The damage occurs first. The damage from Beat of Death occurs before the effects of the card that you play. That's really frustrating. How are you supposed to perfect this fight? How are you supposed to use Buffer in this fight? Alright, alright. So if I play a single block, I get 3 block. If I played both of them, I would have gotten 6, but I can play none of them, and then Orichalcum will give me basically as much as I possibly can. That sucked. Charge. Multicast. That's literally just so the Calipers gives me the extra block to try and save ourselves next turn. So that's 60 incoming damage. We're already protected against that, which is nice. And we'll actually just save all of it. Never mind, we're not going to save all of it because the enemy has the invulnerability, of course. I wanted to save more of it than we ended up saving, but we're still saving some, which is nice. 35. That would be a really big Tempest. Right. Ooh. Just gotta keep focused. Just gotta keep focused. Machine learning. Really good pickup there. The genetic algorithm for the extra defense that gives us next turn. We'll defend here as well, and then ball lightning for the extra defense. That'll give us next turn. As well as the extra offense it gives us this turn. So the defense is cool. We're on top of that. Multicast. We're not going to be able to activate that on the card that we want to activate that on. That's okay, though. We'll be able to save some for next turn. The problem is whether or not this is going to be enough to keep us alive. Alright, so 30, 30, 30, 90 incoming death. We're dead. We can't defend ourselves, so it's just hit and hope that that's lethal. It isn't. We had no ability to remove the rest of the artifacting on the enemies, so that we couldn't save the Dark Shackles for the right turn, which also means that picking up the Dark Shackles was probably incorrect. I forgot that the first turn isn't the first turn gain artifacts? I basically need to sit down and look at a full spreadsheet of the attacks and the order in which they happen, because it does seem that they are determined primarily. But also, lame! Lame! That deck was broken as hell, and the heart just stomped it. Stomped, quote unquote, but still. Should I have just played the Bias Cognition? I think I needed to. That's probably the big mistake I made, not playing the Bias Cognition. We would have had so much extra damage, but also it's 5 turns until Bias Cognition's negative. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been the Heartbreaker Chronicles here in Ascension 15 for the Defect in Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you. By the way, when this screen says defeat, let me just quickly clarify. This is a run that won Ascension 15 in 27 minutes with possibly like the most broken Defect deck that I've ever seen. It's not a loss. This is a victory. It just died to the optional boss at the end of the game. Now you can, argue about whether or not you think the boss is truly optional. I personally feel that due to the linearity of the game and the fact that it is quote unquote the canon ending, that maybe the design goal of having a boss that is supposed to dunk on all but the most broken decks isn't necessarily a great idea. That would be my position. Not everyone's position appears to be that, but that sentiment does appear to be rising. Just consider anything that dies on the heart is still an Ascension 15 victory for every other thing, with the significant downsides of having to turn down one relic, turn down one upgrade, and fight a buffed elite. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.